Are you worried that doing shadow work is going to further exacerbate the problems that you're already trying to heal? The short answer to that is yes and no. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper into how to go through your shadow work journey without manifesting further problems or exacerbating the problems that you're already trying to deal with. If you hear that noise, it's Odin underneath my feet chewing on his bone. So quickly, shadow work, what you've obviously come to this video because you know that you need to go inward towards those traumas and those wounds that you were still holding open that have yet to scar over. These scars, as we addressed in our last two videos with Ascension symptoms and awakening signs, these scars are going to be present of these traumas that you've experienced in your life, whether they be childhood or adult traumas. And the shadow work is going inward and facing those fears, facing those traumas, re-experiencing, maybe not re-experiencing, but allow yourself from this place, this adult place, to go forward or behind you and understand those issues from a different perspective and allow them to scar over, right? So they may leave the scar, but that's beautiful because that's what we're gonna walk around with. It's just scars all over the place. Now, the question with shadow work that I always hear, particularly when it comes to the law of attraction, and it's probably on your mind, that's why you're watching this video, is, isn't it imperative that we, almost like we call the word spiritual bypass, isn't it important that we stay focused on the things that we want to achieve, that we want to heal, that we want to be, and not so much on the issue that's present, right? Kind of take my attention away from what is and allow myself to move forward into what my desire is. And my quick answer to that is yes, you can do that. However, in my personal experience and working with others who've helped heal themselves, is that kind of behavior and that kind of way of looking at it is just going to be kind of putting neosporin on it, but constantly still scraping it open with sandpaper. So it never truly fully heals. The best way about going about shadow work is to go into the shadow work when you're already feeling in a state of allowing, right? So you're feeling in an emotional state above contentment. Contentment, hopefulness, joy, love, gratitude, appreciation, even relief. Those are all states of allowing, these emotional states, vibrational states of allowing. And so when you want to do your shadow work, it's best that you don't allow yourself to start when you're in the midst of a breakdown. Oftentimes that breakdown is going to inspire the shadow work because you're going to really want to get out of that space of discomfort, of pain. However, that's often not the best time because you're not going to have access through the law of attraction to the solution, to the mindset, to the thought process that is going to actually help you heal from, help that scar or help that wound scar over. And if you are in a place of that lower vibrational space, so anywhere from frustration downward emotionally, you're going to be in a resistant state. And so in that resistant state, that is indication from your inner being, from your source, from the universe, from God, from your higher self, whatever we want to call that right now. It is indication that you are in a state of resisting the wellness to flow through you. So if you're looking for shadow work to heal a physical ailment, you're really going to want to focus on bringing yourself up through a meditation or watching something really funny, laughing, exercising, something that helps you bring your emotional state up into that allowing space, allowing state, and then delve into the wound that is still open. In that allowing state, you are going to allow not only the wellness to flow through you, but you're going to allow the thoughts that are going to help you heal that wound, right? So that it can scar over to come through you as well. If you're in a resistant state, that's indication that you're not going to be getting the information that is going to help move you up. Unless, this is the caveat, we work ourselves up that emotional guidance scale ladder. And if you're starting at depression and you start moving towards anger, what's above anger? There's a lot above anger. but moving up that emotional scale and eventually just moving yourself up to where you feel better, that is indication that the shadow work that you're doing, right, delving within yourself, self-reflection, writing, journaling, is moving you towards that understanding of where your higher self, your inner being, already is at. And so addressing our initial question, shadow work can most definitely bring us downward, and in that way, it can easily cause us more problems, more ailments, and reopening the wound, whether that be affecting your relationships or whether that be affecting your physical body and giving you negative consequences, negative situations, negative circumstances because you're kind of hanging out too long in that area. And that's the main point. If I'm hanging out too long in that negative resistant state, the non-allowing state, the resistant state, that is indication from your inner being that you are most definitely going to get results that match that same emotional state. You're going to be getting situations, circumstances that match that frequency of despair, of that frequency of frustration, of that frequency of pessimism, of fear, of anger. All of those lower vibrational states, those non-resistant or those resistant, non-allowing states, are indication that you are in fact going to be manifesting that. So reiterating once again, in order for you to heal with your shadow work, this is the main point that you're going to want to focus on. Let yourself move up vibrationally and pay attention to the way you feel in the midst of your shadow work. So if that, oftentimes it's going to include crying, a release, a letting go, and you're going to feel emotionally, you're going to feel all those emotions, those thoughts arising that is your wound, that is still open. And then, as you allow yourself to feel better, ride that wave of feeling better. Ride that wave of emotional upliftment and keep going until you get to that state of feeling relief or a bit of hopefulness. And even when you're in that state, those are states of allowing. Those states are going to get you to the point of healing, where that inner being, that higher self, that God source within you is going to be the perfect Neosporin without the sandpaper. In the hypnosis world, when we do these sessions with clients, if you hear that noise, it's Odin underneath my feet, chewing on his bone. It is necessary that you re-experience in that theta or alpha frequency, brainwave frequency, re-experience the situations that have opened those wounds, because from that higher state of awareness, from that almost objective state of awareness, you begin to heal that. You get a new state, you get a new perspective. And that new perspective allows you to heal. It allows the wound to close naturally and leave that scar so that when you see the scar, you go, oh, I remember that, but it no longer hurts me. I can touch it, but it no longer hurts me. It's healed. The nerves have healed. There's no pain there. There's just a reminder that that was once an experience that I had. A difficulty with shadow work is that we oftentimes re-experience the wound, begin to move upward and heal, and then we fall back into that pattern of where we already were and go, oh, the wound's still open and there's something more I need to do. There's something more I need to do. There's something more I need to do, right? More Neosporin. When in actuality, the Neosporin that you're really needing is getting yourself elevated upward, and taking those insights that you've received, whether that be through your own self-reflection, through journaling, through meditation, through plant medicine, and implementing those into your daily mental conversation. So your own conversation has to be, I know that this wound was there, I know that this wound is healing, and I'm trusting fully that the divinity within me, that the source within me, that the inner being within me is taking care of all my needs. I have to have faith, and I have to keep working mentally on it by maintaining that state of allowing. So using your thoughts, affirmations, and that perception of what you experienced when that relief was happening, and implementing it into your hourly routine. So to bring it all together, shadow work is necessary for your healing, 100%. Do it, but ensure that when you do it, you're in a state of allowing, or if you're in a very resistant state, allow yourself to feel vibrationally pulled upward as you do use your healing modalities, self-reflection, meditation, plant medicine, journaling, whatever it is. Allow yourself to move upward. That is your indication that you're actually doing the appropriate work. And once you get up there into that allowing state, when you start feeling yourself getting pulled back because you're telling yourself the same story in your own mind, you're having these repetitive messages, you have to be mindful of those and you have to break free of those. You cannot get stuck down there because guess what? You're just going to rip open that wound once again. You have to let it scar over so that when you come back to it, no matter how deep it is, right? The deeper the wound, the longer it's going to take to heal. It took you a long time to get here. It's going to take you a little bit of time to heal. Just give yourself that time, but allow yourself to look at it from that state of allowing rather than the state of resistance. So I hope that helps you guys. Yes, it can cause further issues, but it's necessary for your healing. And you have to look at it clear-mindedly, accept how deep the wound is, and then use the processes to allow it to heal. They will heal. They are healing. You just have to allow it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You're beautiful. You are healing. The reason you're watching this is because you're doing the necessary work and you are healing. Just keep walking on the path. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You may be 1,000 steps in, but you've got a few more to go. All right? Journey of 1,000 miles. You may have 990 steps. You're almost there. The seed is sprouting. All right? I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye. Hey, buddy. Good boy. And now I've got Odin between my legs, which you can't see. Yeah, you go, boy. You just hang out right there.